Hammerl's friends and colleagues are showing solidarity by donating some of their most recognizable and important photographic pieces to this auction. CNN's Christiana Mampour, who has spent much of her career at the front lines, was the host for the evening.
Anton was one of the many freelance journalists who manned the front lines without the benefit of some of the incredible infrastructure and support that many of us who work for big, rich corporations and companies have the luxury of having. He didn't have insurance, he didn't have the kind of protection, he didn't have a real employer. He was a freelance, and he went to the front line.
Among the most notable prints to sell was Robert Capper's black and white of American soldiers landing in Normandy on D-Day, which raised $4,000. And Gilles Perez's print, which fetched a solid $6,000.
Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Twice. Sold to you in the back of the room for $4,500.
James Foley, a colleague who was with Anton when he was shot, recounted the day of the tragedy and why they wanted to do something for his children.
We were ambushed by Gaddafi forces. Anton cried out, and he was killed very quickly. We were captured. We couldn't tell Penny anything that had happened to her husband, so she believed that he was still alive for 44 days. We had to tell her when we got out that she know the truth. And since then, we've been trying to figure out ways to try to raise money for the kids. Anton has 3 kids, and one way was a website. Didn't earn a lot of money, and our dream was to do this live auction because we thought it would be a great platform to actually raise money, and all these photographers have donated prints.
On average, prints fetched between $1,000 and $6,000 in the live lot. The silent lot is yet to be tabulated. Anton's widow, Penny Shukraj, says she's deeply touched.
It's really overwhelming. It's absolutely amazing to see the outpouring of love and support. I think Anton would have been truly humbled to see such high-profile photographers submit their work for this purpose.
She says they continue to work to get his remains returned.
We're working through various channels, and the South African government is one of the most important diplomatic channels that we're using. Basically, we have to wait for the Libyan government to give the go-ahead for DNA testing to happen. And once we know the outcome of that, then hopefully we'll be closer to knowing, to having Anton back.
All monies raised will be kept in trust for Anton and Penny's 3 children. A final figure of monies raised will be released later Wednesday. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.